Is poker primarily about skill or luck? A recent paper by Mingzi Zhu at the University of California aims to settle this debate once and for all, and the results will shock you. In this video, we tackle this debate by conducting a thorough statistical analysis that defines and measures both luck and skill in Texas Hold'em. The aim was to analyze actual poker hand data and calculate the expected profit attributed to either luck or skill for players pre-flop, on the flop, turn, and river. This approach would uncover patterns and provide valuable insights into the balance of luck and skill. For poker players, getting this info about each betting round could be a game changer, or at least eye-opening. The paper constantly refers to expected profit, which means the increase in equity minus any expenses for the round. This is the metric Mingzi used to measure luck and skill. The study defined luck as the changes in a player's expected profit caused by dealing of cards, and skill was defined as the changes in expected profit resulting from a player's decisions. The paper included an extensive sample of hands from 3 different Texas Hold'em stakes: 17.2 million hands at NL50 from 212,000 players, 6.8 million hands at NL200 from 64,000 players, and 2.87 million hands at NL1000 from 18,500 players. These hand histories were bought from a third-party company that observes online poker games. However, far fewer hands were used in the final results. Due to the significant expense of analyzing and organizing the data, only 277 hands were selected from the dataset. These hands were played between December of 2008 and April of 2009. There were also a few criteria for hand selection. Number 1, hands must have 4 betting rounds and play until showdown. Number 2, hands must have exactly 2 players remaining at showdown. And lastly, whole card information of both players must be known at showdown. Now that all the parameters have been defined, we can skip the calculation part and go straight to the results. In the pre-flop phase of the game, there was a noticeable distinction between luck and skill. Roughly 80% of the advantage gained during this phase is attributed to the player's skill. On average, the expected profit directly influenced by skill per hand is approximately $19, whereas luck contributes around $4.76. This is due to the relatively small amount of money in the pot before betting begins, which reduces the influence of luck on changes in equity. On the flop, the introduction of community cards adds variability, diminishing the effect of individual strategic choices and necessitating players to adjust their strategies based on new information. As the flop progresses, the distinction between luck and skill diminishes. Based on the data from 277 hands, luck accounts for 42.4% of the total expected profit, while skill contributes 57.6%. On average, the expected profit per hand is $20.32 for luck and $27.6 for skill. When a 4th community card is revealed, luck and skill contributions become nearly balanced. Players need to reassess their strategies because the changing board can affect the strength of the hands. On the turn, luck accounts for 46.5% of the total expected profit, while skill contributes 53.5%. On average, the expected profit per hand rises to 31.1 for luck and 35.85 for skill. The river is where the result is pretty shocking. On the river, luck surpasses skill primarily because the full set of community cards largely determines the outcome. 53.7% of the total expected profit in this round is attributed to luck, whereas 46.3% is attributed to skill. The average absolute expected profit per hand is also the highest among the 4 betting rounds for both categories, with 60.36 for luck and 52.1 for skill. Overall, when combining all 4 rounds, 43.8% of the total absolute expected profit is attributed to luck, while 56.2% is attributed to skill. So, while skill may seem to be paramount in poker, luck remains a closely trailing factor. The results indicate a dynamic shift in the balance between luck and skill across the 4 streets in Texas Hold'em. Nevertheless, strategic decisions made in earlier rounds still impact final results, emphasizing the significance of both luck and skill throughout the game. The results, however, must be taken with a grain of salt, as it did have some limitations, such as analyzing only 277 hands and not fully addressing scenarios with more than 2 active players per round. The research acknowledges the potential need for a more sophisticated method to distinguish between luck and skill. Additionally, it's noted that each individual hand analysis requires approximately 10 minutes of computing time, which constrained the size of the sample used in the study. Another significant limitation is that the hand histories used in the study are from December 2008. It's plausible to argue that the average skill level of poker players has likely increased since then. This potential improvement in skill levels could lead to strategies that are less reliant on the luck of dealt cards, potentially reducing the relative influence of luck in the game. Lastly, the definitions of luck and skill have their drawbacks. One issue is that luck and skill are often correlated in practice, which may lead to confounded results when analyzing their distribution.